Hello and welcome. This is Cursive, and in this video, I'm going to be covering game settings that new players to ESO probably wouldn't find out about unless they actually went into the game settings to adjust them. I personally found out about them probably 3 weeks or a month after starting to play ESO. I didn't want to mess with anything until I actually got comfortable with a few things first. But once I adjusted these settings, it made my life a lot easier, made my gaming experience a lot more fun. So yeah, so let's jump straight to it. Uh, so first off, obviously, you go to your settings, and then I'm not gonna go through the video and audio like those you set it up the way you want. And then under gameplay, um, the things that I changed from the default settings are auto loot. I turn that on instead of having to E twice to loot. Especially if you're running in a dungeon and you want to click on a barrel or a crate or something while you're running, and you don't want your group to go, to go, to move further into the dungeon while you're clicking E multiple times just to be able to loot everything. Auto loot makes it easier. You just run an E and you just click it once and it happens and it works. Same with mobs that you kill, same with bosses, etc. So auto loot is really cool. Um, Over here, once you go past level 20, uh, um, not level 20 of your character, but once you get your mount speed 20 and above, and the same with stamina and capacity and stuff, they're gonna have an upgraded look to them. So the armor itself will look different. Capacity, for instance, once you have above 20, it's gonna have bags on the side of the mount when you mount it, and so forth. So here are the options to turn that off. Hide off. That means it's on. If you want to hide it, you set it to on. All right. So yeah. So just set it up the way you want to set it up. After that, camera. Right. So this part in the video is actually quite useful. If you get dizzy while playing ESO, check this field of view section. This is the bit that might fix it for you. Some people have an issue when they play certain games. They start getting, feeling a bit dizzy or feeling a bit nauseated. Um, it's this is the bit that fix it for you. Field of view. I think you increase it. Like if it's set to like this and you're still feeling a bit nauseated, just go higher, move it to the right, and it should fix it. Uh, but yeah, keep messing with it until you're comfortable with it. Don't just throw the game out. Right, interface. So under interface over here, you pick what you want to see when you display name on the keyboard, whether it's prefer you want to see the user ID or the character name. Um, what else did I change? Chat bubbles, I set it to on. That way, if someone's talking in party chat or in raid chat or whatever, you see a bubble above their head. That way, you can actually see where they're standing. It's quite handy. Like if someone says, for instance, "trade me," you'll actually see the chat bubble saying "trade me." You just run to the person with the chat bubble above their head. Uh, what else? You can show you can have an indicator that tells you the frame rate, latency, and so forth. You'll get it in a little box. I have it turned off. Don't really care. I lag anyway. Uh, Nameplates. This, I believe, the automatically the enemy nameplates was turned off. I think, or maybe the whole no no. You know what? The whole nameplates thing was turned off. I turn it on because it really depends on how you want to play the game. Like for instance, when you jump into Dark Souls, you actually have to pay extra attention to see mobs aren't walking, around. That way you don't accidentally pull them. So if you want to live that experience, and just noticing just the faint red name as you play, then keep it off if you want. I want to see the nameplates. I want to see the nameplates of people around me. I want to see the nameplates of mobs. um, that I'm fighting in a dungeon. Um, so yeah, I turn it on. It's great. I don't think I changed anything else here. Obviously, there's a lot of options here that you can mess with. I don't really need it. Social, I turned profanity off. I noticed that a lot of words just get hashtagged or get like canceled every time you talk to someone and they say, wait, that word isn't fine. Why couldn't I read it? So you just turn profanity off. If if you're an adult, turn it off. Uh, don't think I changed anything else here. Oh yeah, if you're in multiple guilds, it might be handy to change the guild colors, the guild chat color. Like for instance, this guild heptagram I've got it in green, then this guild in yellow, and so forth. For combat, the default up here for ability bar, attribute bar, and so forth is to be automatic. That way, you will not be able to see your ability bar or your attribute bar unless you're in combat. I want to see them all the time. That's my preference, so I picked always show. It really depends on what you like, but I like it that way, so yeah. Like I said, a lot of options you can mess around with here as well. So yeah, up to you. Finally, one thing that I didn't cover in my add-on video is when it comes to key binds. Now there's if you're familiar, if you already understand what the quick slot is, then then that's great. I'm gonna cover it anyway. Next to the action bar, there's a quick slot area. So when I click, let's select something. If my quick slot has the health potion and I drink it, I'm gonna consume a healing potion. And as you can see, the cooldown's up there showing above my health bar. Um, Now, how you add items to the quick slot circle or whatever cycle here wheel is to just go click I for inventory or whatever it is that you use. Just open your inventory, then go to quick slots, and then you add the items. Just drag and drop whatever items you want to put there. And yeah, so for instance, if there's a memento, a toy that you want to use, but by the time you click it, by the time it shows, and you exit the collections window, you don't see it anymore. Just add it to the quick slot, and you'll be able to see it easily. Like for instance, this memento over here. I'm gonna click my quick slot button, and there you go. I can actually see what it does and enjoy it if I want to enjoy it. Uh, you can in bandits, I believe. Settings. No. Controls. Yes, controls and then add-on keybinds. So add-on keybinds, this is where you have a lot of keybinds that you can add specifically for add-ons. If you want to add quick slot keybinds, you can do that, but you still have to click it and then click your quick slot button to activate it. So yeah, like don't I tried it and then I got really bored. It's faster for me to just pick a wheel and then go through it fast and that's it. Um, the last thing I want to talk about in this video is the keybinds uh, for your ability bar. I have a G600 Logitech mouse. I added the six abilities, one, two, three, four, five, and then the ultimate as the sixth. I added them to the six lower uh, side keys on the mouse. The mouse comes with a 12 keys on the side. I used nine of them. So the lower six are for these abilities, and then I have mount, quick slot, and swap weapon on the ones above them. Uh, I feel personally that I wouldn't enjoy the game as much if I didn't have that mouse. Um, Obviously, you can play the game without the mouse. You can enjoy the game without the mouse. But once you try it, once you get used to using the mouse with those with multi buttons on the side, it can be really, really handy and useful, especially for mouse for weapon swapping and quick slots and mounting up. Instead of every time click H or click whatever just to be able to mount up. Everything's in the mouse, and you basically use the keyboard literally just to move with the arrows. Um, well, yeah, like I said, this is personal preference for me. I just wanted to share my personal preference about this. You don't have to do, yeah, I don't have to stick with it. Um, but yeah, you don't have to get the Logitech 600. Any mouse with, let's say, 6 buttons on the sides would do the job. Thank you for watching. And if you have any questions, please feel free to ask. If you like this video, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you.